The system is rigged. Every paycheck you get, every gallon of gas you pump, every promotion you never got is part of a system, a hidden handshake that controls your financial fate. You are not crazy for feeling like the system is rigged, because it is. And today I'll show you three key forces behind it: oil, interest rates, and employment. And if you understand how these forces work together and quietly dictate your financial destiny, you'll be able to stop reacting to the economy and start predicting it. The invisible trigger is oil. We all know that oil is fuel, but it's more than that. It's the cost input to everything: manufacturing, agriculture, shipping, you name it. When oil prices spike, it's not just your gas bill, it's inflation baked into everything you buy. Since World War II, every single US recession was preceded a year in advance by a spike in oil prices. And it's not just coincidence, it's a signal.
Think of rising oil prices like falling dominoes. First, it crashes into prices, which crashes into corporate profits, which crashes into business planning, which eventually crashes into your job. The Fed, of course, reacts. They raise rates to cool inflation, but raising rates is its own domino. It makes business loans more expensive, credit card payments go up, mortgage repayments more expensive. Higher rates make it harder for households to borrow. They slow business expansion and they freeze hiring. Every time the Fed acts, jobs hang in the balance. And studies show that higher rates disproportionately affects older people and that white-collar workers are laid off in a lag of 6 to 12 months.
There's a cost, a human cost to this cycle. Your job is the shock absorber. This is the cycle. Oil prices spike, inflation rises, the Fed raises rates, borrowing drops, companies shrink, layoffs hit. And it's not an accident, it's policy. In this system, your job is the pressure valve. You lose so that inflation comes down. The question is, how do you see it coming before it hits you? Enter the strange new correlation: oil and the dollar. Traditionally, oil and the US dollar moved opposite. A strong dollar makes oil cheaper worldwide. When the dollar rises, oil drops. But it gets worse. Since the US became a top oil exporter, we've seen oil and the dollar rise together. This creates global shocks. War, supply chains break down, sanctions are introduced. All of this can push oil and the dollar up even more. This breaks old rules and makes predictions harder. It's not a new law, it's a new pattern, and one you need to watch carefully. Stocks, currencies, and collateral damage. Everything reacts to these three signals. Stock markets dip when oil squeezes corporate profits, but oil exporting nations boom. Even currencies move in sync. The Canadian dollar, the Norwegian krone, even the Swiss franc have all been used as oil proxies by global traders.
In fact, in recent years, the Swiss franc has outperformed the loonie as a barometer for oil volatility. Now that's loony. The takeaway: the system touches everything. No asset, no trade is immune. How can this help you trade smarter? This all sounds a little bit complex, because it is. But if you know what signals to watch for, you can see them before the headlines are written. As a trader, I learned to read these patterns before the crowd. And that's why I built an advanced trading course to teach you how to think like a trader, not act like a consumer. It's not hype, it's a real tool that has helped hundreds of traders level up their decision making.
You can preview it right now at www.technicalanalysis.school, but only click it if you're serious about becoming a pro. Join the smart money. If you want to connect with others already mastering this system, join our Discord, 100% free to join, full of sharp, motivated traders sharing charts, signals, and trade ideas in real time. No spam, no hype, just real analysis from real people who care about getting it right. You know more than 95% of investors. You know that oil, rates, and jobs don't just affect the economy, they are the economy. This hidden handshake that billionaires watch, that hedge funds bet billions on, that news reports on after the fact, you can now see it in real time ahead of everybody else. The next time oil spikes, and I think it's spiking now, you'll know what comes next. You'll know what the Fed will do. If they raise rates, you'll know what to expect. And when jobs decline, you'll know where the storm is leading. And if this video changed the way you see the economy, check out this one, which will help you make profit with ethical trading decisions. Another key piece of your journey on the road to becoming the best possible trader you can. And if you're fed up of financial BS, then grab the channel shirt. Bing bong, it's truth in style.